God have mercy. Capricorn, I heard God have mercy. God have mercy on us all. Ain't that right, though? Ain't that right, Capricorn? Because let me tell you something. When I have to shout out, God have mercy on me, it's because I feel the pressure. I feel the pressure on my chest. I feel the pressure on my shoulders. Capricorn, God have mercy on us when we are faced with trials and tribulations. Trials and tribulations, God have mercy. I know, God, I know that this is your plan, okay? I know that everything is happening to me for a reason. There's a reason for the season, Capricorn. There's a method to the madness, okay? We are not meant to understand the madness that is God's plan, the madness that is trying to understand how the universe works. It's not for us to, okay? What we're supposed to do when we are facing trials and tribulations, Capricorn, we're supposed to go with the flow. Capricorn, when faced with trials and tribulations on our path, it's important for us to drink our water and mind our business. It's important for us to release anything that is outside of our control, including the thoughts and actions of others, because all we can control is how we think, how we think, how we think, how we think, how we think. This is important, Capricorn. How you think is very important. You want to know why? Because we spend about 85% of our lives, of our living, waking, and sleeping lives up here. Okay? You already understand, Capricorn, what the mess your head already is. So why would you bother trying to sort through the mess of someone else's mind, the mind that they themselves have to spend 85% of their time sitting in? You don't want to be there either. You really don't. Drink your water and mind your business. Capricorn. Capricorn. My wisdom card, the owl. Look who's talking now. Look who's talking now, okay? Look who is talking now. I'm hearing don't throw stones. What is the saying? Hang on, let me gather myself. Was it don't throw stones at people who live in glass houses, or when you live in a glass house, or something like that? You know, if you know the saying, please let me know. It'll probably come to me after that. Anywho, but there's some talk. Who, what, when, where, and spirit, is wanting to make you aware of the gossip, and I'm praying that you are not a part of the gossip, and that if you are a part of the gossip, just kind of try to zip it. You know, um, you shouldn't be talking, Capricorn, let's be real. Shouldn't be talking. Glass houses, whatever the saying is. You know what I mean? Google it, look it up. I don't know. I would look it up right now, but you got to put in some work too, Capricorn. You got to put in some work to do better and be better. And one of the ways you can do that is filling yourself with good knowledge, okay? Being open to learn, unlearn, and then relearn. Don't be a part of the gossip. And Capricorn, if the gossip is about you, close your ears. If you're a part of it, close your mouth. If it's about you, close your ears. Pay no, never mind. No, never mind. Gosh, you're brilliant. You're brilliant. It's so simple. Life is designed to be simple, Capricorn, not hard. I mean, if you look at children, they are such simple creatures. Children are not like you and I, Capricorn, are they? They're not like you and I at all because they are so simple and uncomplicated. When did we complicate things, Capricorn? When did we complicate life? You know, I think life became complicated for us by learning how to move, how to operate in, how to do this thing called life by the people around us. We had the influence and teachings of our parents, of our grandparents, even for some of us, their parents. This is teachings from the ancestors. And for a lot of us, those teachings were healthy. But also for a lot of us, some of those teachings were toxic. And those are the types of things that we have to unlearn because we learned them through the generations, you know, doing what we saw the people around us do, you know. That would be what we call here in spirituality a generational curse, you know, a toxic practice that can be learned in your upbringing from generations, parents, grandparents, great grandparents that you lived with or interacted with, your other Capricorn. Could be drinking, alcoholism, smoking, the inability to set boundaries, people pleasing, putting others before yourself, unable to say no, or eating habits. The list is extensive, and toxic traits, unless you break the cycle, unless it stops with you, Capricorn, are expensive to pay for, if you know what I mean. Hmm. It looks like, Capricorn, that using this time to look back at your roots, at generations past. Look at the truth, their failures. Look at their behaviors. Look at their addictions, their vices. How was their financial health? How was their emotional health? Were they the type of people to lose their shiz in a trial or tribulation? And if so, how did they lose it? How did they crash out? Do you react the same? Do you react to every action? Because every action, Capricorn, does not deserve a reaction. And maybe that's something that you get to break the cycle on. You come from a long line of people that would always react, and most of the time react poorly. You come from a long line of emotional instability. The price to pay from coming from a long line of something like emotional instability could be unbalanced relationships. You go through multiple relationships. Some of you may even never have even experienced a real relationship before. Maybe some of you never got to go the mile, broken off engagements, things like that. And you never thought to think not only what was your part to play in the failure of those relationships, because we know how to take accountability, right, Capricorn? But it makes you think, where have I seen a failure like this before, a loss like this before? Oh, my parents. They were divorced. My mom was engaged, broke that off, got married 2 more times, divorced 2 more times. My dad, we don't talk about my dad. He goes through a number of relationships. You know, you start digging, Capricorn, and you start putting the pieces together. And then you start asking the right questions. What can I do better? Because I don't want to be like them. That's what you have to decide right there, Capricorn. Do you want to be like them? Do you want the life that they had, have, if they're still with us? Bless them. These are the right questions to ask yourself. You know what I mean? Start digging. This is called shadow work in spirituality. Is when you dig deep into the dark parts of yourself where the roots grow. Where those roots grow. This is where you need to go if you don't want to sprout another branch on your family tree, just like all the other branches that are broken and rotting and infested with termites and mistletoe. Mistletoe is a parasite, by the way, if you didn't know, Capricorn. The more you know. Anyhow, in skin and bones, you're electrical. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Skin and bones, you're electrical. There's work to be done here, Capricorn. And it's I'm not gonna lie, it's overwhelming. It's intimidating. It's scary to look at the parts of you in the depth of your psyche, of your heart, even the pit of your stomach. Some of y'all need to reevaluate your eating habits. Look at the eating habits of those around you and before you. What does it stem from? Do you eat when you're bored? Do you eat when you just see somebody else eating? Just an example, Capricorn. Do you not eat at all because you grew up pressured to be a certain weight and to be perfect? Was there a point in your life, Capricorn, that this was all that you consumed? If so, I pray you are no longer in that junction of your life. And if so, I pray for your quick healing. But if this was something like an ED that you overcame, congratulations. But revisit that experience and try to connect the dots between your ED, between those that raised you, because it takes a village. So try to connect the dots between your village. And then put the puzzle together. And then once you look at the bigger picture, the puzzle in front of you on the table, and the bigger picture for those who have recovered from this is that recovery. The bigger picture for those that are working towards recovery is recovery. This is to better understand, because understanding, Capricorn, is wisdom. Understanding means you gained knowledge, and knowledge is power. And what do we do with power? Well, with power comes responsibility. In Capricorn, we're still learning how to take accountability. So one step at a time, yeah?